live feed. Very excited to have you here today for our conversation that's going to be kicking off our theme this March, luck or intention. Many of you know that March 17th is St. Paddy's Day. A lot of people talk about luck of the Irish, luck during the month of March, and we're here to tell you that you do not want to be lucky. You want to be strategic and have a life full of intent. We have a number of questions we're going to be getting to today, and this is going to be an interactive session. So on the chat box below, let us know where you're coming from today. And Laura, how about they tell us about one of their intents for 2021 as part of the conversation?
I agree. And I think a lot of you just think about when we did resolutions versus commitments. This is very similar. And here we are, month 3. And for those of you that launched into 2021 and said, I need to make X dollars, I'd say on average, most people want an extra 10, 20, 30,000 a month. Well, just say you wanted some simple math called 10 a month. You better have 20 in total, sales. Probably not in the bank. You would have spent a bunch of that. And if you've been coached by us, strategically spent that. So we want to make sure that you are being extremely intentional and committed in your not only conversations, but your behaviors every day. So again, as you guys are logging in from, there's Stephen, Rhode Island, we have Philadelphia, hi Eileen, we have Kansas, we have New Jersey, where else? We have Arkansas. Welcome back, Arkansas. I haven't seen Arkansas in a while. And Los Angeles, Indiana, lots of places. So again, if you wanted that kind of money, are you behind or ahead given what you've been doing? And I think today the conversation about luck really or intention, it is very similar to the resolution and commitment. See, a lot of you, there's this comfort, I'm going to call it this casualness, that the inherited behaviors are still running your life. So if you're not getting a different result, it's not because this doesn't work, you don't work. There's something in your system, on your team or lack of team, that is not working. And some of you have attended our marketplace. Like that is a core signature program. We're doing it, twice a month. At the end of the month, we're going to be moving it into every 3 weeks on a little bit of a different rotation. But if you haven't made money at our marketplace, you don't get to stop coming. Something is going on that not this process, because there is no way this many people have made thousands and thousands of dollars and you just randomly luck of the draw that you can't make the money. So you're either not doing an ask tell asks, you're not diligent, like something is off, your pricing's off, your offer's off. If you haven't made money at our marketplace, you need to still be going there. And in fact, I would say for those of you who have gone and attended and made money, you've got a graduate marketplace. We have twice a month, you have a graduate marketplace where you get to be and make money. So lots of opportunity. We have designed our structure this year that you make money. So it's not luck whether you're making money or not, it's intention. And you're either committed to the right behaviors. And again, our structure totally supports you making money. So if not making money is your challenge, then back to the marketplace you go. And back to fast cash. Something is off in the model. Something's off on the system. It is not you. So do not take this personally. That's where a lot of you, it's so personal. It's like, well, it's just me and I'm an introvert and I don't know. No, that is BS. Anyone can learn to do this. Anyone around the world, everyone has learned to do it. So this is like serious time, rolling up your sleeves and saying, what is really my intention? So once you start making the money, then you have other intentions, right? Reducing your taxes, getting a double-digit return, learning how to do a six-figure summit. That's coming soon. We're actually going to be airing that and doing a six-figure summit workshop in April. We're going to be talking more about cryptocurrencies. We're going to be talking more about buying and selling companies. The intention of how you live your life is pivotal. So that starts with, what do you do every day? Do you wake up casually? Do you wake up in a reaction? And some of you might be saying, I've heard this before. And you're right. This is almost the same talk as a revenue producing day. And so many of you, you're just allowing inherited behaviors of luck, casual, if it happens, it happens. And you're not really committed to getting a result. So if you were totally committed to doing and getting a result, you would be I'm going to do what it takes kind of people. It doesn't matter if it's late at night. It doesn't matter if it's early in the morning. It doesn't matter if you don't know how to do it. It's an intention of, I will have this. And a lot of you, on a scale of 1 to 10, how many of you live in the do what it takes. So do what it takes means anything. And believe me, I know you well out there. So I know if I say get on an airplane, whether you'll get on an airplane or not, or you'll have an excuse. So on a scale of 1 to 10, how many of you would say I'm a 10, right? Or give yourself a range, right? 10 is you'll do whatever it takes. And remember, I know you well. So be careful on you guys that have 10s. And if you have a 10, you then will be getting all of the results that you want. And again, we don't look at just, even though we are the money people and we're looking at the money and the personal development areas of your life, we're also looking at the rest of your life, because the rest of life is expansive, right, in your life. So Eileen, absolutely. Brian, I don't know that I know you well enough to say that yes or no. Sherry James, 9. Sherry McBride, 8. Absolutely. So again, I want you to start giving yourself a score through the month of March. Would you be willing to just give yourself a score? So you could give yourself one from yesterday. We're here. Our broadcast is live on March 2nd, and you have essentially 30 days. Like, can you wake up every day to not reacting, but being strategic? Like, what is your intention for the day and actually making sure it gets done? So what you need is a journal. So to have a journal, you're actually going to be documenting your intentions for the day. Then at the end of the day, you're going to go back and then give yourself, again, a score, or just look at the results. Data is everything. Luck has no data. Intention has data. That's a good quote. We should put that all over the internet, right? Intention has data. It has data. It has, what time are you getting up? Are you having good sleep? Are you doing your ask, tell, asks? Are you calling the joint ventures for strategic alliances that you need to be calling? Are you putting things off, saying, oh, what's another day? I'm just going to postpone until tomorrow. Like, where are you living? And when you score yourself and then write them out, that's actually the beginning activity in your day. You could even have your journal by your bed before you even get up. Like, get up to your mind thinking, what am I going to create today? That's an intentional person. What are you going to generate? What are you going to create? How many sales? How many leads? How many interactions you're going to have? How many ask, tell, asks are you going to have? How many, whatever is going on, how many fulfillment sessions are you having? But get very clear, like, what's going to have you get your results. So this month is intention month, and we're going to really get to it, especially a lot of you that are clients that still are, you're kind of getting your goal, but not really getting your goal. Let's eliminate luck altogether, even though it's the luck of the Irish and it's a fun, Wednesday event. We thought we'd play on it. Notice I had to wear my little green pendant from Ireland too today, because, my pixie dust isn't going to go very far. Like a lot of you say, well, Laurel, like my pixie dust, here's the pixie dust that a lot of you aren't doing yet today. You're not building a system. If you don't have a website, you need to get with Thomas. He can actually tactically get that done. Get a database. Like, a lot of the basics aren't getting done, which is why the results not getting done. So luck isn't going to correct that. There's very specific things that we would like to see. Those of you assigned to your coach, send this journal entries into your coach. Like, what is your intention for the day? Give yourself a score. Maybe you say it's a 10 and you want, 5 things to get done, and you end your day and say, well, I really only gave it a 6 and you only got 2 things done. So what has to change tomorrow? I'm talking about micro shifts, micro behaviors that are really going to start isolating. What do you do to yourself? You do something to yourself that has you play at the level you're playing. And not that it's bad, but I know a lot of you are here because you want that next level. I had the privilege yesterday, and Thomas, I don't think I even told you this, but I talked to Bob Proctor for a while yesterday. So he and I, in the next, I'd say month or so, stay tuned. He and I are coming back out live to do some work together. It's been a long time. He actually saw some pictures of my son, and he knew me like in my early 20s. So he knew me at least a decade before my son Logan ever merged to the planet. So it is level up, Jenna, at all levels. And he and I were just laughing about, he's like, he said, do I get to say, when you didn't believe in you before you believed in you? I said, absolutely. I said, I think you guys need to hear the one man on the planet that knew me when I was a lot like you guys. And I honestly, he fired me. We're going to talk about that, because I didn't behave. And a lot of you don't behave. You say you're going to do something, but you really don't do it. You do it kind of. Like, you kind of show up, you kind of get things done, but kind of is part of luck. It isn't intention, which is a win. So the best book that's going to support all of this, there's really 2. Expression of Your Power, which, by the way, we're doing an awesome campaign right now on the internet for the Expression of Your Power, which is going to really prop that back up, because it is still that work of Bob Proctor and I. The other one is the Yes Energy book, which has a formula of how to be intentional and stay in your yes energy all day. Eileen's been blowing it up at a 10 out there saying it's yes energy. And it's so critical that you really get these formulas, but don't just, the reason why anybody gives you formulas, even like Tim Ferriss, a 4-hour work week, or Michael Gerber on work on your business versus in your business, all this is great information. But until you do something about it, own it, put it in your life, put it in your calendar, create structure, spend 30 days scoring yourself in the morning, scoring yourself at night. How much did you play with intention that day? And then the next day and the next day, and get rigorous like it's a workout program. A lot of you are not on a really good workout program. It's sort of casual. It's like, well, had another day. So we have an extraordinary contest also around this. So I want to actually, I know we're airing this on Facebook, but at this point, Addie and team that's out there, that whole first part, I want on YouTube, I want it on Twitter, I want it everywhere, because I want to challenge everyone that follows us at every platform to know the difference about luck and intentional tracking and follow through. Now, let's talk about the contest that goes with this. Super fun. So if you want to put the link in there, there's the page. You can go to asktheworld.com/lucky. You can opt in. So for opting in, you get 1 point. Now, this is sort of like our last campaign, our social contest and our pay it forward contest, but this one has a little more specifics. So when you opt in, when, not if, you're all going to go do that right now, you get 1 point. You refer this to your, right, and forward it to your social channels and get people to use your link and sign up, you get 10 more points. You actually show up and attend the event. Now you have a reason to attend again, right? So we have tickets going right now on this campaign, 2 for $40. And yes, we have tickets at all sorts of prices right now, all across the internet. We are doing tons of campaigns. We have 2 for $28, 2 for $27, 2 for $40, 2 for $97. Depends how you meet us, when you meet us, depends on what you're all getting with that package. So in our 2 for $40, you're going to get the fast cash, right? You're going to get some fast cash up until the event you attend, and then you attend the event. If you say, well, I've already attended, well, attend again. Guess what? You get 100 points by attending, right? And if you only want to attend the Graduate Marketplace, get somebody else to attend, you still get your 100 points. So the goal is accumulation of points. Whoever has the most points wins a $15,000 coaching package. And right now on the site, if you go to Lucky, it is the 100K challenge. But if you are already in the big table or head of the table or something, we will figure out how to customize $15,000 worth of value to whatever you want and help you pick the experts on our team to be that coach. So whoever has the most points will be the winner. It's not going to be a drawing this time. It's not random. It's points. So you say, well, how do I win? Well, show up to this event. If I was you, I'd come to the March 25th event too. I'd show up to events. That's your fastest way to get 100. How's the fastest ongoing way? Every day, keep referring this contest and this luck versus intention, or luck or intention, into your social platforms. You have people use your link, and you're going to get 10. So I would challenge you to go get 5 people to sign up a day. That's 50 a day times the month. I mean, you're going to get thousands and thousands of entries. Whoever has the most wins. And I can promise you, like, I want to see somebody do 5,000. I want to see somebody go get 5,000 points. What would that take? Right? Well, you can't attend the event, right, that many times, but you can refer and refer and refer and get people that are around you serious. I mean, aren't you sick of people, like, lack patience of people who just suck your time and they just live their life by this luck and casual conversation and casual intention? Like, this is a nice weaning device, right? So you use this as a fun structure to say, I'm serious about 2020 and I'm surrounding myself with my top 5 or my top 10. Are you going to be in my top 5 or 10? Like, yeah, you're cool. I can hang out with you. But you know what? In this time of shutdown and, like, not a lot of people going places, I'm going to go jam and build my business. I'm going to build my database. I'm going to build those who are serious about living their life with intention, because those are the people I want to be with. So pay it forward and get a lot of people in our contest. That also, yes, invites them into our community. And whoever has the most to win $15,000 custom coaching. Those of you who don't have 100K, though, you will be getting that. So Thomas, anything you want to add about the contest, which I think is super fun? We're going to have a lot of fun this month with it.
I think it's great. And again, go to asklaurel.com/lucky. This is a great way because those of you who participate the hardest will have the most likelihood to win. And what I like most about this as well, too, Laurel, is that not only are we having this fun contest, but it's also showcasing what you should do within your own businesses, your own cash machines to be successful. So it's a great opportunity for you all to learn and practice some of that shoe leather marketing we talk about here during the events to more or less hustle and put yourself in a position to get a $15,000 coaching package or equivalent of with what you may have going on. So looking forward to see how well people perform, and looking forward to seeing some people join the community with us. I think it's going to be great.
Yeah, absolutely. And super excited. Anybody can win, but you got to have the most points. Again, marketplaces are the 11th and 12th this month. And then the 25th, 26th, we will be changing our calendar within the next 24 hours. April is different. We're only going to have one huge one. It's the April 15th and 16th. So guess what April 15th is for those who aren't truly wealth builders in the United States? It's tax day, but not for us. We are in September and October, so she shouldn't even be bothered. I already got some feedback saying 15th and 16th. Oh my God, that's tax day. I said, not for us, right? Not for us. That is for other people that are not following along on the plan. And then the other thing, Thomas, Steve, and team out there, let's pop our red journals up to the top if you would like that for $20 plus shipping and handling. We actually have these beautiful red leather journals we can send out to you. And I really want to see like month by month. So we have the 9th, 16th, 23rd, and 30th. We have 4 more weeks in this campaign. And I really, really want you to take this seriously. Mark your little phone here with an alarm, put it on the next 4 weeks where you are going to be here at 12 noon. We're not going to go on forever and ever. We're going to keep these really short and tight, but I want to check in with you and say, how was your journal experience? And then I'm going to add some activities to it. Like, notice yourself. Like you know how to give yourself feedback. Obviously, if you have a coach within our structure inside our community, send your intention, send it kind of as a calendar record of this is what you're doing. It's not difficult. Like Bob, told me when I was 21 years old, show me your checkbook, which is how you spend your money, and show me your calendar. That'll tell me what's intentional and what's important to you. And I take that extremely serious. So if you're not getting results, there's some things we're going to fix. So let's spend the next 4 or 5 weeks fixing it. Are you in? Give me a big thumbs up. Give me a big yes in the chat. Are you guys in to get it? Like, just nail it. Like, some of you have got to be sick of working on the same shit. It's like, oh my God, I'm still working on it. Like, there's so much more that we have to work with you on. But if you're not getting the basics down, we can't just keep layering on other sophistication and other structures. Like, one of the instructors, and in fact, I'm going to write this down, and I'll do this on the 16th, right before St. Patty's Day, is talk about self-management. Self-management is the ultimate intention. That means, you are not derailed. You are self-managing to the highest level of knowing where your quirks are. And everybody has weird things they do. My team's very clear about what I do and what I don't do. I love to lead and be an entrepreneur. Managing day-to-day little things drives me crazy. They know I'm not good at it. That's why they exist. We all work together. Some of you haven't surrounded yourself with a team of a lot of different skill sets. You're hiring everybody that's like you, and you all have the same skill sets. I see techs do that a lot. Thomas, you probably see that a lot too. They all have this great group of techs, but not a lot of, total human behavior side, analytics side. So you got to have a little bit of everybody on the team and get intentional. So what is your thing? Is it the lack of team? Is it the lack of systems? What do you do to yourself? Are you just not taking your goals seriously? So then I'll just give you a technique, and it. It's just putting these into practice. It is back to that gap analysis process that I've explained in not only our books, but consistently every time you see us. It's a huge, very serious behavior tool. It's a motivation tool, and it's not done just because I made it up. It's an adult learning theory, high structured process that I'm going to take you through. You have to know, there has to be the right tension in a gap before you get motivated, which means you're going to get intentional. So if you're getting up every day and going, because you're just luck and bored, there's just nothing there. It's because your motivation's not there. So one of the first things you need to do in your journal is be very clear with your baseline, and then be very clear as you can get. And this is also what we'll coach you through. But what do you want? And there should be a nice tension there, like enough tension to get you up in the morning and say, I can't wait to go do that. If it's overwhelming, you'll just stay in bed and say, I can't do it anyway. And if it's not enough, it's like, I can do that in a day. So, right. So there needs to be this nice tension about the gap, and it will drive motivation. I promise you, when the tension is right. So maybe this whole month, you are looking for the right tension. You're looking for that right motivation. Like, I can't give you pixie dust and get you motivated. I can give you a little talk, and the minute we hang up, right, it's gone, right? That's what I call a lot of people who just give speeches, but not facilitate learning, right? So, you can give a great speech and you get all motivated, but then you go home and it's like, the cold bath syndrome. You got all excited, like, oh my God, it's going to be great, hot, warm bath. And then you get home, or the person goes away and it's like, cold, don't know what to do. I'm not motivated anymore. I call it the cold bath syndrome. A lot of people do that. You get excited because you're motivated by the energy of others or the inspiration of others, but then you can't keep it going. That is only within you that you can drive that level of intention and motivation in that gap. So that's something I'm going to put on here too. We're going to learn about self-management and noticing when you get back in that pattern and stop it. Journal about what was going on. And notice, like, there's a whole, so I'm going to take notes of the stuff I'm promising we're going to get to is self-management. I'm going to get to your intention and then the gap analysis shift. So if you notice day after day, like, you shouldn't ever live the same day while you're doing this activity. You really want to use the gap. You want to get the right tension. And the other thing that we'll talk about is then getting in state. So self-management is a part of getting in state. But a lot of you, notice, is it activity? Is it just going outside, getting some fresh air? Is this the way you're eating or drinking? Is it the people you're around? Like, what's causing you to have this roller coaster of emotion around your intention about having the life you want? So let's spend this month getting really clear. Let's break any pattern. And I can tell you, even successful people have odd patterns. So this is always about leveling up, and doing your personal best. So this is a lot of, I'm going to say, personal work that you need to do. Those of you in the big table that are on masterminds, please tell your mastermind about this. And all of you should be doing this inside your masterminds for the month of March, right? We have got to get the mastermind groups all in this. So Thomas, actually, we take a note to Andrew and Naaman, and let's launch it out to all the tables and say, all of you should be like journaling, working together. Yep. The reason this community exists is to support each other to be your personal best. Do your PR or PBs, I call them, right? Your personal best, and level up. And just notice, where are you compromising? Because after this month, as we head into like Q2, like quarter one's done after March, it is going to be more and more difficult to catch you up financially. If you came in and said, I want 10,000 a month or 20,000 a month, we have to get to it. And the intention of getting to it is breaking all these weird little behaviors. So April, May, June can actually create the success. It's also why we're letting you come back to the event, because you have to learn to make money. So don't just show up to the event without attending and taking a walk through a few Fast Cash calls, because Fast Cash will review, and be loud out there. Say, Steve, Thomas, like, hello, I have been here 3 times and I'm not selling. Let's fix the offer or the price. So Thomas, talk a little bit about that part. Right? Because I think a lot of people just kind of passively come to the event and kind of hide out behind their screen. They don't even come live. They hide out behind their name or just iPhone. It's like, well, that isn't going to let us help you. This is that live out loud principle, right? You have to live out loud about it. You got to talk about it. And then you've got to let yourself be held accountable to what you're going to commit.
Absolutely. One of the things we talk about most at the event is helping people make that fast cash, which I think is the biggest skill that separates the people who are able to do what they want financially and those who are unable to do so. Laura, you talk about this all the time. Money is everywhere. We just haven't trained you how to see it yet. And it's very important that at that event, you learn how to start putting together an offer, or even just testing it. So that way you could start making that quick cash, that immediate cash that allows you to leverage those other opportunities, those other situations that you have available to you, and start working towards the financial freedom you're looking for. It's very interesting to me is that before we got on the call today, we're reviewing a number of the questions that you send to us on a regular basis. And what's always interesting is that there's a number of them that are just statements, right? A lot of people just kind of talk about where they're at, but they don't ask questions indicating that they've thought about where they're at and where they want to go. And so really what it gets down to is understanding how to make that money and really just, coming up with the ability to test out some offers. So would love to see everyone at an event, would love to see everyone come to us, make some money. And we do have I say so ourselves, a hell of a product to help you all make that happen between our fast cash coaching and our graduate marketplace lifetime access package. It really is the only venue out there right now helping you make money the way it needs to be done.
Absolutely. And we are, just as I said that, I'm taking notes because we actually have a big table here in Reno, the 29th and 30th. So not only are we going to get our mastermind groups, we want every coaching client, we want you guys jamming. Absolutely to have the best month in March. Someone had put in the chat, Eileen said, I don't see the journal on the Shopify store. So if you want to tell.
I'm working on that right now.
Andrew, let's pop that up towards the top. I know it was on there before. For a lot of you, and if you already have one, get another one. I mean, I burn through probably 2, 3, 4 journals in a year, probably one a quarter. So constantly keeping things where you can keep your thinking and your thoughts. And the other thing too, for some of you who have been journaling and it's not like you're not getting that intention or that result you want, is look back through your journal. Notice patterns. Notice that you lean towards the same kind of a result or the same kind of a thing. And notice that's not working, right? So really do some discovery this month about where are you just kind of leaving it to chance and luck, and where are you getting intentional? And then ask yourself a question day after day, right? And you'll be back next Tuesday, so you can keep asking the questions and come live, to ask the questions. Is what's causing you day to day to not have the intention you want, the day you want? And it's up to you. I mean, we can be here, we can guide, we can navigate. And some of you are saying, yes, I needed this today, but it's really important. Don't live your life by luck or chance, design it. So we're going to get into a lot of micro, what does that mean? And welcome to the month of March. We're super excited and hope you had the last 2 months really well, but let's get to it. So with that, let's switch gears a little bit here, Thomas, and answer a few of the questions. And I actually want you to read, I'm not going to make fun of the statements, but statements don't get you a lot of help. And those of you that are asking questions, if you come live here, this is where we answer them. But if I don't see or hear from you, I can only, kind of respond to your statement. I can't really dig in there with you.
So here was one of the first ones that popped out to me today. It wasn't a question, it was a statement. And it simply was, to earn enough money to step away from the sorry ass part-time so-called job I currently have.
So what's the question? That's like a statement.
Right, that's what I was saying. That was just the statement there.
So the way
what is the question? Let me ask you this. What should that person be questioning first?
Perfect. So the intentional question wouldn't be, you have a sorry ass job and, you want to step away. I get it. That's like a goal. An intention would be, I'm going to step away from my job and I want to be making X dollars. And I'm just going to give you a little formula for how to step away from your job. It does not replace your job's income. That is not the formula. Because remember, your job has a lot of taxes taken out, potentially 401k taken out. And then after, right, you want to look at your take home. What lands in your bank account? So let's just say you make $6,000 and after all the taxes, you get $4,500. So you're only replacing $4,500, not $6,000, right? So you're only replacing the take home cash. And now I'm going to add something to it. If you could make half of that, so say it's $4,500 is what you take home. Now you take half of that, so that's $2,250. That's all you have to make. If you can make half in a part-time position, I can promise you, when you dump the 40 hours of working for someone else, you'll actually soar past your 4,500. Because remember, at the number you're replacing right now is $2,250, not $6,000. So a lot of people don't jump and quit, because they're not being coached or mentored, so they're scared to death and they don't have a plan. So come on in and win this contest and get that coaching and make that your plan. Is I want to quit my job. But I would say the question would be, I need this much money. I need to be intentional. What are my first steps? That would be a great question. All right, let's modify another one.
So the next question I have is probably the next step of where people come to us or how we help them. Lawrence asks, what is the best way to get started with having little to no money for starting up a business?
Great question, and it's one of my top questions, and I'm going to say bootstrap. I've seen bootstrapping as the new, I say a repeated term, or dusted off term. I bootstrapped. So what that means for those of you who have product is you're going to add a service, you're going to add education. There's not one industry that has licenses or any excuses that you cannot educate somebody. I've had tax lawyers come and say, but I got to get complex checks. No, you don't. You can teach us on what are the top 10 things around tax that we need to pay attention to in 2021. Write a report, right? 10 top things, $20, $17 report. All of you have this. It's called a brain. Turn it on and create content in a way that somebody wants to buy it. So the fastest way is bootstrap it, right? So how did I bootstrap originally? I did a lot. I mean, I traded time right away in college. I was a personal trainer, right? $40, you got an hour, right? I don't even remember the packages I would do, but I do 6-month packages, year packages. So you're going to come up with offers, just like we teach you in the marketplace, and you're going to make some money. And then you're going to use that money very appropriately to continue to grow your company. And then at a certain point, you're going to stop putting all your money back into the company, and you're going to reroute some to new investments so you can start making investing. That's the key to where we're going.
And in that, Laurel, because you talk about this so much at the workshop, and I always bring it up because it always blew my mind the first time I hear about it. Talk a little bit about how a pre-sale helps with that bootstrapping, because I think that's the piece that most people goof up. I always say, don't build the widget factory until someone buys the widget. I learned that from you, and I think it's something that so many people can learn that can help them out and really save them a lot of blood, sweat, and tears.
So a pre-sale is, again, if you're in a true ask, tell, ask, right? I want to know, my name's Laurel. I'm a money expert. How can I help you in the area of money? And I'm listening to the 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, like say you came up with 4 or 5 things. Say it was the reducing taxes. You wanted, obviously, how to learn to make money, whatever your issues are. I'm going to pre-sell you something for $20, and then I'm going to go behind the scenes. I'm going to make up that offer. I have people that are in our big table and head of the table right now that are pre-sold, and I'm actually going to interview them to get the report done. And then you're going to take it to rev.com or Otter or somewhere, and you're going to transcribe it, create a little report, and you're done. But you're going to listen. Here's the art of a pre-sale is listening to what people want. Say, absolutely, I can get that to you. Put it out 2 or 3 weeks, so you give yourself some time. Say, it's $20, I'll deliver that, and give them a date. Say, I'll deliver that on March 23rd. Now you just gave yourself 3 weeks to get that report done, but you're truly delivering what the person wants, right? So it's listening and delivering and collecting money. And what I love about pre-sales, many things, it's absolutely going to have to deliver because you just sold something. And more importantly, you're giving someone exactly what they want. And then over time, guess what? It's not just what one person wants. Maybe 10 or 15, 20 other people are going to need it. So start pre-selling. So it's listen, create, right? It's actually listen, collect, right? You're going to listen, you're going to collect the money, then you're going to go create the thing, then you're going to deliver the thing, then you're going to go back to them and say, how was thing number 1? And they're going to say, oh my God, it was fabulous. Well, what else would you like to learn from thing number 1? I'll create thing number 2. Give me more money. So people are in a constant cycle of prepaying you for things. I guarantee those of you who have not got that concept, stay in the game, continue to ask those questions, and let's get some pre-orders happening for all of you. So again, this is a whole month, and really we're going to continue this conversation and structure of luck versus intention. And we want you living intentional lives. Millionaires don't happen because you're just luck and happenstance. Millionaires happen because you live with intention. And again, all through this month, go to asklaurel.com, drop in any questions, and let's see who's going to win a custom $15,000 coaching package. Thomas, I want to take a little regress right there and talk a little bit about how the affiliate program is going to work on this. So I see some stuff in the chat, so people are really clear how the referral and how that all works.
Yeah, so when people sign up through the contest, it's actually handled independently and automatically to score everything. So when you sign up and then you share that link to within the system itself, all those points are tracked, and it's very easy for our team to see the back end dashboard to see who has been accumulating the most points, and then do the rewarding of the prize as talked about earlier today. Now, that is separate from our affiliate program, which allows you to sell Laurel's products and programs, such as tickets to the workshop or our world famous Millionaire Maker board game, and earn a commission for doing so. So want to make sure people understand that the contest itself is housed separately. Once you sign up, like some of the other social contests we have done, that contest system will take care of it. It's called Contest Domination, and we'll be able to handle everything for you all once you sign up and get that link.
Absolutely. All right, so let's just answer a few more questions or redo statements to questions.
So one question that we had, because you talked about it earlier, and it may be foreign to some people who are hearing it just for the first time right now. You talked about an ask, tell, ask. Jake wanted to know, what's something that most people get wrong when doing an ask, tell, ask?
So what most people get wrong is they're not listening. That's kind of number one. You're not listening to what they want, right? Because what you're doing is you're processing whether you can deliver it. That is not what you do. I mean, remember, like, you can use other people. Like, I have some people that are ahead of the table waiting for me to interview them. That report, that then will become the report for their delivery. But they needed me because they need a little bit of my experience in their report. So a lot of times you'll be listening for what people want. And if you can't deliver it, you'll say no. Versus you're going to get really creative, right? This is to all of you, Ron, Stephen, Eileen, all of you. I mean, you kind of create not necessarily full joint ventures, but you can actually co-create some product with other people. So if you're wanting, let's say you're wanting the tax strategies of cryptocurrency. Well, I know tax strategies. I am not the expert in digital or crypto. So I would go find somebody. I would do an interview with them. We both could use the report. They can go do what they want with it. I'm going to take it and pre-sell it to you. So, or, take it from a pre-sale. So I think number one is you're not listening, and you're processing whether you have the skills to deliver versus thinking, who can I get to do all this work? Because this is what people want. I'm going to go get them this work. And then the other one is you just keep talking too much. You talk, and you start delivering what you actually should be going to create. All right, so stop talking so much and listen, and then clarify. Remember, it's a total ask and tell. How can I help you? What do you need? So when I go get you this and I delivered on March 23rd, could we start with that for $20? Whatever that is, because you listened to them. Okay, is that like a golden ticket?
Awesome.
Right, give me some yeses down here in the chat. Are you guys in? Are you going to do this for real? I expect there's like over 50 people on. I want over 100, 200 by the end of March. Like, let's jam. Like, yes. Come on, people. If you're a no, like, just stay broke. That is my answer to you. And I know you don't want to stay broke because that's why you're here. And is it always easy for everybody? No. Some people are going to have like a total easier time. I don't know why. Maybe people want more of the stuff they have, right? Maybe the way they connect and talk to people is different. So we're going to continue to build. We got 5 weeks of intention, journaling, self-management, getting in state, grabbing the tension of your gap. The only way this is going to work, though, is next time, Thomas, we're going to bring some people live and interact with them, because I got to know what's in your journal. So in the next 4 weeks, like, keep coming here live and bring your people and bring your friends. And if you have some, people that you really like, but they got some really odd money conversations, just bring them here. I'll easily help you fix it. You can kind of private chat me and say, Susie and Sam have got to get their shit together. Oh my God, they're good friends, but they all live on luck. And then give them to me. All right. So let's make this a very active month of living with intention versus luck.
Very good. So go to asklaurel.com/lucky to get into the contest. You'll be entered, and then you'll start accumulating points that will go towards that coaching package. Again, $15,000 value equivalent, as we talked about earlier. So, Laurel, any more questions you want to take for here? Any final words?
I think we're good. Go to asklaurel.com/lucky. You will have, like I said, your affiliate code. Start sharing. If you have any issues, Thomas, can you put your info in the chat. Thomas will be responsive, get back to you, and we'll make sure the journal is in the store. So again, what's the fastest link to the store? Is it still the millionairemakerstore.com?
shopintegratedwealthsystems.com. We're putting the link up there momentarily, and the team is finishing up putting the store link to the journal in there. We will have that on the social post as well as the show notes for those of you who are listening on our podcast, but that will be coming out momentarily. We just had to blow the digital dust off the listing for there when we're moving everything around, so that'll be there just momentarily. Again, shopintegratedwealthsystems.com to see that journal that we're talking about.
Yeah, and integratedwealthsystems.com, as well as actually liveoutloud.com, all back up in action. The dates are accurate up there. The store links are all accurate. The podcasts are up there. We're going to be doing more aggressive podcast posting across all of our social channels, so you actually follow our podcast. If you aren't following our podcast, go to one of your app stores, download Laurel's Real Money Talks. So Real Money Talks, and great podcast. Again, I'm going to be starting, my goal is next week, we're going to do a double with Bob Proctor. And so that will be a 2-part podcast. And I don't know what Bob and I are going to make up. Like, it's been a while since we've been together. And he saw a picture of my son. He's like, there is no way that's the human that you had. I said, that is a very large human. He is 6'5", and he is well, right now he's not quite 280, but he's like, no way. So that is how long Bob's known me. So I think it might be a little tell-all, and I think he might come up with some stories I chose to forget over my journey. So podcast link, you go to an app store. Thomas, if you want to put that in, but you download the app and then get notifications. Laurel's Real Money Talks, and some of the great ones that are up there. Jim Blasco, great cryptocurrency one. We'll be updating that. I have his commitment to update that. Jordan Belfort, same thing. We're going to wait a little more our my birthday month around June, and get a few more of these guys up here. So have a great week. Get a journal every day. Wake up with a score and go to bed with a score. That is your homework, and then do some data analysis. You just can't come and walk around life saying, I don't know, it doesn't work. It's not working for me, when it works for thousands of other people. So there's something going on. Unless we have data, we can't help you fix it. Right. And in addition to your numbers, Eileen, so thank you for putting that in. It's also your emotional state. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you waking up like this all the time? What's the influences around you? Maybe it's your physical space. Maybe it's other people. Maybe you really haven't fired those people. So you're the one that gets to do the digging. We will help you do the analysis and the sequencing. So have a great day. Hope you enjoyed today. Fun new topic that we'll be jamming on through the month of March as we get your numbers and your revenue up by living an intentional life. Thank you.